throw ideas to game designers when we are locking designs. Yeah, just the same as the co-founders shouldn't be playing games towards launch. They just trying to implement new ideas into it. We're recently implementing a new tutorial specifically for mobile to reach the to make sure that it's downloadable and playable under 200 megabytes, so that it smooths out the initial onboarding process. It's one of the main things that we snuck into the pipeline. Pretty much took the art team and the development team probably 1.5 weeks away from their tasks, but it's very, very necessary to get those users in and download the game especially the lower machines, so that they can download it, play it, and if they do like it, they can download the bigger part of the game, which is around 2 gigabytes now. But if we can manage to do that, I would hopefully help a lot of onboarding experience. I'm also cutting the tutorial a bit short, which is a good thing, I think, to send people straight to the action. And then, probably targeting for it to go live around the second week of September to fit TGS, because we want people to download that on mobile and TGS during the booth time. Okay, 1 more minute. It takes time, Hart. It takes time, and there's very, very, very few people. It would help, though, if you can give some suggestions based on your findings, instead of for them to play the game, experience the game, and then turn it into design. It takes time. And from my remembrance, there's only a handful of members in the team that play third-person shooters or shooters. Most of these guys are art game players, RTS players more. I'm probably one of the few people in the company that really likes third person and FPS. I think some people in the company team do, but the game design team are very, very RTS card-based oriented folks, including LoreKeeper. Okay, 10:05. Let's begin. Don't type it here out of the card. Put it into the suggestions. Yes. Now, if you have the time, translate that to Aperon and see if we can, like, which one you think we should implement first to help enrich the PvE, please. Okay, to the AMA questions. Should I start from the end or the beginning? I'll start from the... I want to know about this. I'll start from the end and work to the beginning and come back. Meat Boy, have you read what I typed? Hope you did. The best of testing of the USDC should currently still be implementing, but we are changing it so that the players who actually played a lot of games, like we're counting the beta fest from the beginning of AGW. So those who actually played more games, like 200 or above or something, they should be able to get the USDT or USDC straight away. While those who only played a few games, or like 10 or 20, to get to gold and then win traded, they will have. And we have no means to prove those guys are fake or multi-accounters or they actually KYC. Then we will battle fest those USDC. So that's still in the works. But well, let's count from the bottom up. But if you haven't read or most people haven't read what I typed, then suggest reading, or I can go there. I see the spam message. It's not a spam. I read it. The USDC price pool is not obtained by selling APRS. We actually never sold any APRS. We have been buying actually. If I look into the accounts, I think we've bought from 30 million. We bought around 16 million, probably a bit more during these times. So in total, we have bought over, I think, from ecosystem to buying, looking at the accounts, that's around 50 million APRS. We bought back around 20 million from what I look at it. And counting the investor escrow, 34 million. We're holding around 85 million APRs right now. The market has around 16, 17 million. And I'm actually doing a small raise of convertible bonds with some new investors. Hopefully I can announce them soon to buy the remaining APRs. But yeah, well, let's see. There's still some people who are keen to sell these days. We're happy to absorb more of this before the mobile, before September 5th and everything. The campaigns come in. But hopefully we can absorb as much as we can, and then by the time the mobile game launches, we can pick it up. Will we ever sell APRS? That's probably a question you may have. I'll probably take a look at the APRS recycle rate first. It's not very high these days. It's around 100-ish K per month. We hopefully want to reach like at least a million, ideally 2 million APRs per month. Then I will look into maybe start selling some to help with the rewards or help the investors decrease. But before that, I'd say it's safer that we absorb more APRs through from the lower prices. I do hope that with the mobile launch, with more audiences and the web store and the shop coming up, that there's more utility in APRS, more people playing APRS. And that's when more APRS is recycled, and then we can, based on this rate, to determine if we can sell or if we should sell some into the market. Roughly, that's the plan. Okay, moving up. Oh, and thank you for complimenting the game. I've been trying hard, but goddamn, Wukong is an insane game. I hope we can meet them. We've spent probably half the budget and half the full development time, but it's different. But the way they structure their stories, which I don't have time to play, but I read their stories here and there, and I think their take on reimagining mythology is very, very interesting and surprisingly close to what we are trying to do. But obviously, they are doing it a lot better. I'll have to study and do a bit more over there. Okay, let's keep going. So that's thanks, because I see understood. Understood row. Oh, yeah, no. The understood is more figurative, meaning that if you actually played AGW, if you grinded, you played probably over 100 to 200 games, you'll be fine. As long as you are not trying to game the system, you'll be fine. I'm sure most of the players who actually spend time playing are real. We will get you the USDC quickly, but then have to emphasize that all the proposals that I made in my block of text, those also cost additional manual labor, but we'll try to get everything done before September 5th, preferably in the coming week, and then we can just send the rewards to those who deserve it, and while those who don't and have tried to game the system, well, they'll play a little more games, and then you'll get it. converts into social resources and provides so forth. Yep, answered that. In the end, AGW will have to earn animal and PvP to get the rewards. The AGW Total Star rewards will be done like this, but all other league and tournament finals and everything, we will just send it at the end of the tournament. Or there will be no battle fasting. Again, the battle fasting is purely done because there is just too many grinders and multi-accounters out there that is really there trying to game the system, and I just don't like that. And I think the legit ones that play, they are perfectly fine. But those multi-accounts that step up and just fought to gold and then created a new one, some of the people that play these accounts are even veterans, and it's very unsightly. And I do think the battle fasting is purely targeted for them, not real players, not any other players. Well, people who are not trying to take advantage of the system. I'll get back to this a little later as I look through some of the answers about. Still, the first round of the day, I feel weird. Alchemist bugs are green. I think the owls are not reflecting increased IV apostle chance. Well, it should be there. I remember double checking with Gem on this because I was reading it, but the chances are pretty low for the high IVs. We can't have 90 IVs popping every week. That would ruin the prices. But the chances are high. But you can imagine it can possibly be from 1% to 2%. Not significant, but it does multiply the rates quite a bit. But then, as it is still possible to get above 90 IV apostles, but feel free to post screenshots or comment on the rate at which they're being born. We'll see what we can do to adjust it. Should there be a need? But there are still many features that's coming over the remainder of this year. Hopefully we can cover that in another post, because I read from Hart's post that he's looking more for a feature, a roadmap. I think we can cover that a bit more down the road. You keep scrolling out the bounty posts. I read this one, but I'm not sure if it's of super high urgency to fix this possibility to post 0. I mean, are people just not looking at it and just submitting for 0 reward? I can see some people can be careless on this one, but I've alerted LoreKeeper on this one, but yeah, he's just swamped, and the entire team is just swamped. Maybe we can try put a warning on. We're putting an info sign in a lot of these tags. Maybe I can put a warning in the info tag should they press on it. But that's the best we can do for now. I think we can set the minimum price a bit higher, but I know LoreKeeper is not keen on doing this because sometimes he's just not in a very good mood these days, and I've been laying new tasks for him every day. I'll put this again in a ping for him, either BTC. Let's see if he can maybe set no. I think there's a reason he said 0. I have to ping him again. He's completed Godly 2 already, but instead of getting full artifacts upgrades before I replay, I'm getting 100 on Purified Gold plus 300 Imperial Gold when completing Room Y. This one might probably have to throw to an Overseer. Not sure what you are getting at here. Let's no, okay, above my posts. Otherwise, from play to earn to force to earn, only the exploiters, hopefully, now. Normal rewards and all the rewards in the future will not be battle fasted like this. And I couldn't even do more battle fasted rewards for the marketing campaigns coming up, which I think battle fest is a good way to distribute tokens. But we can probably only do that once a year in a bigger event. Future leaderboards, I will not do anything remotely close to the Guild War Total Star leaderboard in the future. It just invites too many bad actors into this age. And even if we do something like that, the reward amount won't be encouraging these number of guilds to just try to take advantage of the system. It will be small rewards, not worth the effort for them to just multi-account like that. But it will be for those. It will be a small bonus for guilds like that. I still think it's a good and interesting way to reward some of the guilds, but obviously putting too much cash rewards in this really turns this into a really horrible effect. I was reading that freaking Goodman's Law or something about preferring incentives, and it is so Web3. But yeah, if you have time, go read a bit about the Cobra effect and the good. Where is it? 1 second. Goodhart's Law. Quite funny. Not funny. You can actually go read the Wikipedia entry of it, and there's a lot of links down below, and they all relate to tokenized incentives. Really good read for those who want to take a look at what incentivized KPI and metrics have done in various parts of the world. Battlefest USDC, but investment we're assuming the players is one of the many scholars who are waiting for these rewards to leave their accounts. I hope I answered this in the number 2. We'll set up dino forms tomorrow for managers and scholars to fill, and then we'll separate them and let them get their rewards in their individual accounts. But please, don't send them all to one account. It's just saying that you are trying to turn the multi accounts into your own, and that is just silly. But sure, you can do that, and I will probably flag you. So real scholars, please. It should help. I don't see a lot of these accounts. It should be pretty swift as long as the manager and the scholars are working in sync. Do be careful that we expect honest players to do this. If you try to game us on this again, I will just ban that account. So be helpful and fill in what information you can. And this again is extremely manual. So, but we'll execute it in batches. The management, well, it's still me, so throw accusations at me. I think there's no sense to give a +5 buff of skills in PvP because we can now upgrade level skills. Well, scriptlers say it's going to go down to +3 in September 5th, but he still suggests keeping +3 for now because he believes it will take a long time for people to level up to fully +10, and he wants people to have fun using the apostles, because some of the apostle skills at level 5 will be rather underwhelming. Well, that's what he suggested. We'll take a look at how the PvP balancing plays out, especially after the boons come out somewhere in mid-September, I think. And then we can see how we adjust. Okay, on to Hart's feedback on the roadmap. I would argue it's not very little substance, actually. That each of these milestones require a heck ton of work, and they are not just there like a simple step. I can explain a bit more in detail how much work and effort is behind each little milestone. Well, the VIP shop is just a part of the web store. If it's truly trending, I should explain why so you can understand. The VIP shop and the normal shop are different. Yes, this is, well, my bad. Our bad that we haven't gone into more details in the medium. I too skimmed through the medium before approving its publisher. I really should have laid more details. So there are two types of shops coming up. One is a shop that's called the VIP shop, where you stake the LP on our marketplace, which provides LP to the actual Katana DX, similar to what you're doing now. But you gain more VIP points, is what Lore Scribbler and Lore Master suggested. And by accumulating these points, you can unlock higher level VIP shops that contains a lot of very useful materials at a discounted price for people to purchase. While the normal web store contains anything, there are similar items at higher costs, and even some plushies and merchandise that's coming down the line, and some packages as well. The free mint item, well, not the free, the mint items, the Dude Halo and the Dude Wing, you'll find a free drop of Dude Halo per season. I think per month or per season. I have to confirm with Lore Scribbler for free, but all other Halos and Wings have to be either obtained in the events or in the shop. So it's one of the main items out there for now, but there are other in-game items and stuff for use over there. The full details, please wait for the medium to publish. Leaderboard already exists. It's the beginning of Season 3, and leaderboard, well, begins. It also signifies several other things, namely the beginning of the boons and stuff. There's actually some new features in there we should have included instead of just saying that. But I let me confirm with the team on this, because the boons are supposed to be out earlier, but because we slipped that 200 megabyte version of the tutorial in before the boons, so boons have to come a little later. There's also some other things which, for the love of God, I couldn't fully remember. I will update this feature roadmap in the next medium. But there are some new features which comes with the leaderboard. I mean, having the leaderboard begin is also when we begin more marketing campaigns. So we have been lining up like some quests with Earn Alliance, Moku, hopefully Sentry, if they are up, to begin those things. And also some Galaxy and Sealy campaigns here and there, and then some new platform partners as well. That begins on September 5th, which is also where the mobile pre-registration. This is no trivial task. Mobile pre-registration actually requires a lot of work and preparation on our end to prepare the mobile version for review, and then working on the mobile pre-register campaign is actually one of the biggest KPIs we have to target, because if you assume how well received Aperon can be, and it's also a great press release material to be used to help keep momentum up, and it's actually the main source of revenue spend that I will be looking to purchasing, like cost per engagement for the mobile pre-registration, because I believe we will have multiple venues and multiple campaigns to target mobile pre-registrations, and real users who actually look into it and pre-order it will be directed to the game itself. That's why we could start mobile pre-order early, but I implore the team that we should start pre-order only when the PvE and the stuff is in, because if they do look into Aperon and they want to download and play it first, they can go through the Epic Game Store and the Miiverse Up version, and they can experience it there. So in a way, we are not just buying pre-registration, we are also buying potential new users straight into the game, should they want to dig a bit more into Aperon and find out and play earlier. That is why there's a lot of effort placed into these mobile pre-registration campaigns, and we also have to test different regions, which is a tougher thing that we have to decide on. It's not a global pre-registration right now because the team, originally it was imagined to be a global pre-registration where it's available in the main markets as well. But again, we need to test the funnel first. With the new season, like the new open beta and season 3 coming up, we want to see the new user funnel, whether they are retaining, staying, and whether they are converting into asset holders or paying users. If the funnel works well and everything, will open up more regions to begin pre-ordering or downloading, but we shouldn't rush to open all region pre-orders and before we figure the funnel out. So in the beginning, we are opening up Southeast Asia, Japan because of the Tokyo Game Show, and I think Latam. I don't recall if Latam is open, but I can check a little later. We'll also open up Hong Kong just to play around with it. Not sure about Latam actually. Maybe not Latam yet. But it will be added to the list once the funnel improves. But yeah, mobile pre-registration and Steam wishlist are two very important things that help indicate and drive users in early, and also is great press and marketing campaign usage material. So we should really focus on these numbers together. Steam wishlist, a bit controversial. Some people say can't too heavily incentivize Steam wishlists, and they don't encourage and actually ban games doing that. Haven't seen actual cases of this, but we'll be a bit careful on the Steam wish lists. As for the pre-registration, there's also another campaign. Like usually, those Asian mobile games that have this pre-register milestone, we'll do something like that. As long as the milestones are hit, we'll give out some rewards. At least targeting 1 million or 2 million registrations first to hype things up. Chapter 2, sadly, story, as a saying in game development, that story is actually the most time-consuming but least important aspect in the short run of a game's life cycle, because most people skip it and don't really read it and don't really have to depend upon the story. But story development is actually extremely time-consuming. The art team, the small cutscenes you see actually require a lot of work, but there's a lot going on in the story creation. But actually, I still haven't checked the idle NPC conversations. Now that you mention it, I have to get back to it next week, ASAP, before September 5th. There is a chapter. There's chapter 1 available right now, and there's and originally there should be 3 chapters before we move on to the next feature update. So and 3.5 actually. I won't say what that half is. So please, will there be more features coming with the stories? I think so actually. So I'll update this in the new feature roadmap so that you can know what's please don't say story is insubstantial. It's pretty short right now. It's just some dialogue and some cutscenes and animations, but going to chapter 2 and 3, well, there's still nothing super major, I'd say, but once we head to chapter 3 and beyond becomes a bit more cinematic, and there's a lot of work behind the animations and the dialogue and stuff. So give a bit more benefit of the doubt. Web Store IP and mobile launch makes sense. What kind of changes, things can we buy in game terms? We'll wait for the list in the medium that we'll post. Game content roadmap and team's backend work roadmap. Okay, well noted. Well noted. In the future, we'll focus more on the features instead of these little internal milestones that we have. Just because it's a very big thing in the back end, so I was just wondering if I should put it out there. But evidently, we can focus more on the features and probably do a bit more explaining in these milestones. Instead of just putting it there without much explanation. It's really busy days, but we'll keep an eye on this. We'll ping the writer to tag me on this one. Hitsio 9v90 spending token. I understand the concern, but let's see how many new IV90 plus apostles were created from the PvE game so far, and then we can discuss a little bit whether that's influencing or affecting the apostle IVs. If it is, we can further lower the percentage. But I think being able to grind and get a really good item like an epic or like a mythical, MMORPG, instead of just always buying it, it's always a good incentive for players to go for. So I think as long as there's a possibility, I think it's rather okay. But yeah, well, let's take a look how it affects the overall narrative first. I mean, the overall economy and the supply. Is it really churning up extremely quickly? I think it's churned up pretty quickly during season 1. Season 2. But I think the percentage is lower these days. So let's see. Don't USDC. I'll go back down to see what new comments there are. I'll just clear some of the stuff that's before. Plus 5 skills, got it on the number of roles, full update, expect return, answer this down, transfer new account, answers that cancel. Still able to cancel the slow mobile dragon cards to play them. It's an integral part of PvE, especially for early beginners. I know it's a very different experience if you started as a veteran in PvP first and go to PvE. It becomes annoying. But I would suggest that actually, if you are a true veteran, you can use keyboard shortcuts, or you can actually aim cards extremely quickly, and that really takes away. Although there is still some, there will still be a pause, but right now, we can suggest maybe something like that as an option to be selected in the future, but again, according to the pipeline, this may not be super urgent yet. Transfer HW Battle Fast to new account. Yes, we'll work on that. I'm just gonna say the delay was supposed to be for bots and shooters get banned, but all this is Battle Fasting. To be absolutely honest, there's only literally been like one person working on accumulating all the bots and cheaters and stuff, the entire capacity of the team. I mean, there are people helping this person in and out, but the capacity is just really low in the team right now. I mean, even the person responsible for this has to handle multiple other tasks, and we are sorry that it's taking so long. Just the game launch phase, everyone's goddamn busy, and the one responsible for it all is actually also up top is also like one of the co-founders, and I don't want to name drop. He is also responsible for the launch, and he is just too damn busy, and banning is a big thing that he prefers to do it. Like he is very against manual detection. Like he prefers to do it in a rule based environment. But but I'll also talk to them, and we'll set the rules so that we can ban some of the offenders easier, albeit it may cost some innocent players if there's any incorrect ban, but those can be handled, I guess, manually. For $5, yes, I understand. Well, it's five to maybe $20 for a lot of these accounts. Well, it's 150K for the project. Well, at the end of the day, it's still not a lot, but I think it's more about, do we condone such massive number of exploiters gaming on a leaderboard? I'm really against that. But yeah, we should not punish honest players together with these exploiters. So that's why we want to make sure that the honest players get what they can ASAP. Or we only work on the punished, the exploiters. Again, will be a bit controversial, but this thing is not going to repeat itself ever. It's just this one time. Okay, should have answered most of the questions before. Let's see how many new stuff came out. All right. There's a form that a team asked the manager to fill out into a scholar and stuff. Can you use those information that would be proof of scholarships? Like seeing short insurance for that's way dated back. I will talk to the community team tomorrow and set this and make sure that the new Dino form, the information can be utilized over there effectively. But the forms that you guys already filled should help out a lot. Just they're looking in country with a lot of regulations. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, I missed a lot of stuff up there. Sorry. Let me go back up. Meat Boy, lunar and solar fragments. Let me ask if there's a conversion rate for this thingy. With Lost Crippler. Oh, but he'll give me the face again. But maybe I can do it on the community side and recycle them into Stardust or into direct with our redeem tickets. Any overseers listening to this right now, Esther, let me mark this down. I think we can do a certain recycle from the area to turn these into usable booty hour boosts. But the conversion rate, let me determine with the team by taking a look what number is out there. And we should set a period for this instead of forever. But jot it down. Get back to you on this one, Big Boy, and the announcements. Heart of the card. Does the team have a strategy on buying APRS? What is that strategy? Oh, buy in at lower costs it's pretty straightforward. Buying back tokens, protecting the economy, but still have to find a demand. Ultimately, it comes down to usage. And if we look into the spread right now, it's not about propping up the prices that's the problem. It's about maintaining the price at a higher price. That's the main problem. Right now, assuming the iceberg orders are at a rate of maybe 2 to 3 times, so it would probably cost around 1.5 million to move the token back up over there. But even if we move the price all the way back to $1.50, even $2, can it maintain there? I certainly believe it will not be able to maintain over there. We would attract more speculators and traders in here, but traders and speculators cannot maintain the economy like that. I would hope that the new stream of users from mobile pre-registrations, from mobile launch can help drive more demand. As with more APRs utility up there, we can begin moving it up there. But until we can identify that, should we prop the prices up so quickly? I mean, should we encourage price action and buy back so quickly? I don't think so. I think it's a good time to accumulate more while the token price is down. Of course, there are also other plays on tokens, like we can peg APRS to RON, make it a beta play, so that if RON goes up by 10%, we go up by 20. If it drops by 10, we drop by 20 as well. It would attract the attention of a lot of traders if we create such a pattern. Is it worth it burning the treasury to do this, or is it worth it to use the treasury to buy more users on the mobile side, or to use it to develop side projects or further enhance the game, or to hire more devs? It's a very debatable question. Or to just use it to buy more planets to help protect the floors. There's a lot of stuff that could be done, but then again, I think the strategy is definitely to conserve capital during these times. Altcoins, not much attention going here. Competing with other Web3 games in terms of airdrops or earnings. I don't think that's a goal that we should be focusing as well. There's too many hyper casual or casual games out there with airdrops and promises that with a lot shorter iteration cycles. We should not compete like that. We are a mainstream game focusing on mainstream adoption. So it should couple with mainstream users. So the ultimate focus is still trying to get all the features and stuff in, and then getting users over there. Do we buy it from a market maker, open market? We just buy it. Well, we have a market maker that helps us buy it periodically. I also buy some of it with the app. I also hold the market maker app as well, so I can buy back some of it at certain prices. What is the VIP store? I think I talked about that. Will there be APRs usage for the mobile launches besides the staking? I mean, yes. Definitely much more APRS usage. By then, stick to the mobile store medium that probably will hopefully comes around TGE time. I mean, TGS time, Tokyo Game Show time, towards the end of September. Steam Early Access. After mobile launch, the next feature upgrade will be Fury. After Fury, would it be Command Fate or God Game? Steam Early Access will couple with God Game, and God Game should be the next focus after Fury. Commander, that I have no idea. The Commander should come after God Game altogether. I don't know what the team promised me anymore, but let's not go ahead over there. All I know is after mobile is Fury, after Fury is God Game, and God Game is Steam Early Access. Date, I'm already not going to promise any dates on this one. But let's hope for the best. It's too chaotic these days to promise dates, and I've not done a good job promising any dates. I don't really believe in the dates my team tell me anymore. So let's keep this stuff in step by step. What comes next? Pyram, KYC would make reward distribution easier. like without needing to do these manifest things. If yes, why not implement it? KYC would make this reward distribution easier. I don't. Well, KYC is a measure that we use against multi-accounting. So those who KYC definitely will help. On the side note, I think if we are to go mainstream, and we do get the attention, we should KYC marketplace rewards when they claim it, like Sandbox. That is the safest way to protect the project. But yes, it will be quite annoying. But I think it would be necessary down the road, not right now. Right now we KYC because there are just too many multi-accounts and sub-accounts, and it's one way to identify whether that is a real person instead of just a bot account or a new account created by the same person in some way. What if they give a false KYC report and everything? We really can't go that far. That's why the whole battle fest thing is here, actually, because at the end of the day, there are minor offenders and major offenders. Major offenders we ban them. Minor offenders, and then there's always the benefit of doubt, whether they are real or not. But then the best way we can handle these guys is actually just to benefit it, to make sure that they at least come back to play the game if they haven't been. I mean, this is why the whole Battlefest thing is here. The KYC certainly is a plus if they manage to do it. I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Question 2, the boons will come for next season, 11 days. It should come a little later after the season begins because we're implementing that. Hopefully right after we implement that, right after we implement the new tutorial, boons will be around there. But then the main date, again, it's somewhere in September. It's definitely in September. And I think the testing already is beginning for a lot of asset holders, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not beginning, then it should be coming very soon for all of you to playtest boons in the playtest server. Point 2, this problem should get fixed, right? Like you can fest the USDC in another account. Actually, we cannot fest directly the USDC. We're going to use a different method to measure this, that's based on the number of battles that have done, and then send the USDC to a list of wallets. No disturbing LoreKeeper in these days. We'll do it a little more ghetto way, but I would hope let's wait until tomorrow. I talk to the team to decide how the new battle fasting works, because if we do calculate battle fasting from the beginning of AGW and say we count 200 and 400 battles, then we can we'll extract the data and see how many users can get it immediately and how many need to do battle to get it out. From that, I can based on these stats, then I can make a decision on how it works. Hopefully most honest players don't really have to battle fast, or if there is a way that we can identify at least the honest punch out, like who performed a certain number of games or above, we can just send it straight to them. I think it's better we separate these guys out first. I said the benefit is a way to ensure enough players for season 1. Actually, no, the battle fast is just a way to purely just target those people who try to game our leaderboard total star system. Implement KYC to filter any multis. This is a topic that we've debated quite a bit. Let me expand a bit. Multi-accounting, as abundant as it is in Web3, it's really, really hard to combat. As you can see, what we're doing right now is not necessarily effective anyway. What can we do about multi-accounting? We've been in discussion about this. We'll probably modify future rewards and also modify future rules to handle multi-accounting. But I don't know how to say this clearly, but we should be against NFT juggling. While multi-accounting will find ways to accommodate a bit more, but no game will say they allow multi-accounting. But at least we at this phase of the project, we'll try to take a different look at it and find different ways to reward users instead of keep trying to fight like this, which is absolutely time-consuming and not beneficial for anyone. There's also always a saying out there that KYC is not Web3. I absolutely disagree with that. Web3 is not just about money laundering and no KYC. It certainly has this use. It can even be called an advantage, but I do not agree Web3 equals no KYC. I think this is also one of the reasons why Web3 cannot reach mainstream adoption. I mean, you have to deal with regulatory authorities or anything down the road if you are to achieve mainstream. There has to be protection. There has to be accountability, and there has to be people catching these scammers and rug pulls. And that's the way to protect the general populace, not by them learning after getting their wallet drained or scanned and learning it the tough way. It's not the right thing, actually. So I think, yeah, especially for games like Aperon, down the road, like Marketplace needs to implement KYC, sadly, and very annoyingly. So, but better be safe than sorry. I thoroughly believe that games like Aperon will be the front-facing bridge between Web 2 and Web 3, and it's just like getting on App Store and Google Play. We have to do it, and we have to abide by their rules because they are the mainstream adoption platforms. And until somehow like Hyperplay or Mavis Hub becomes a mainstream distribution platform, we have to abide by that. And it's not very healthy to keep targeting the same group of Web3 users or compete with other Web3 games in terms of airdrops and rewards. That is not going to lead us to win. Maybe a side project of Aperon that can be done in a lot shorter iterative cycle, like a week or two updates instead of like this our main game right now, which takes sadly 3 to 6 months for feature upgrades. We cannot compete like that, but we can compete with mainstream with that. So yeah, we spend a little budget developing some side mini apps, one of which you guys will see very soon, hopefully. I've showed a few community members this one. They're all very happy to see it. Hopefully I can share more about this very, very soon. Yes, let us continue. It's hard for people to do, especially if they look in countries with a lot of regulations. Yeah, well, a lot of regulations, I understand, but still, it is a path that cannot be avoided. I think finishing the dungeon should at least give one apostle with maxed IV for the dungeon. Sorry, I don't get it. You mean every time they finish a dungeon, or you mean the first time they finished the dungeon, or which dungeon? With maxed IV for the dungeon. Oh, actually, we have that planned, implemented. We have that in the pipeline. The story dude that you come across actually occasionally helps out. It's sort of like this mercenary or hero dude that you can select and use in dungeon battle. But you cannot use it on the other side. He's like an NPC that helps you occasionally with a super high IV and super powerful skills. But it's just not implemented yet. Wouldn't be there any changes for the battle edition in last season? Thoughts? Hi Kashima. I already typed that up there. Yes, the battle fasting is. We'll take a little different approach on this, so that at least we're only utilizing battle fasting on those who didn't really play much during the AGW. While those who did actually play during the season, they either only need to do extremely little battle fasting or no battle fasting at all. Griffin， 刚刚英语说过一遍，现在我用国语说一遍。PP 推出了我们只增加使用者，其实就是用这个手机的事前登录跟这个 Steam Wishlist 这样的 campaign 去找他们的。这个应该从9月5号会开始做很多不同的推广 ，Web3 也有，那是主要的是在 Web2。希望可以透过一些比较大型的 Google Play 跟 iOS 的 pre-registering campaign 来拿一些用户的关注。如果他们真的关注了，然后看得到我们 Epic Games Store 上面有的玩，那就可以借用买这个 pre-registration 事前登录的这个量，吸引新的用户。这些新的用户是 target Web3 也有，那是只是主动的基金是要用来收集 Web2 的用户的。当然了，我们一开始不会全球这样开放这个渠道，应该都会先从一些应该都是从亚洲、东南亚这些地方先试一试。然后要把这些新的用户买回来的时候，就看他们会我们的流传能不能在游戏里面流传他们或 confirm 他们为这个 Web3 user。如果能做得好的话呢，那我们就可以开更多的不同的地区从这样的方面去拿新的 Web2 的用户，我想应该是我们这就是我们吸引新用户的一个最主要的一个点。那当然呢，到真正那时候手机版推出的时候，我们的买量跟我们会跟一些 Web2 的publisher 合作的时候呢，这是新的资源跟资源跟新闻，应该这是我们吸引新的用户。我们新的用户一定是以 Web2 为主的。Okay, well, thanks for the post, health screen. I'll see Hoaru. How will employees ultimately deal with their scholars about RW reward? Do you have a solution for this problem? Sorry if I ask it, because I might not have heard it in time. Is RW reward? There'll be a dino form tomorrow. You guys can fill up, and then so we can send the scholars themselves. If they didn't have their own marketplace account and only played as a scholar in the scholar account, best you guys set up an account. But honestly, if there's a scholar who didn't set up their own marketplace account during the entire Guild War and even up until now, it's a little sus. But please set up an account. We'll probably monitor some of the wallet history on that one. It's more manual labor work, but please fill in the dino forms tomorrow. Quest systems seem to be working really well in other games. We have a quest actually. It's just not implemented yet. There's actually daily quests and also the battle. What the heck do you call it? What do you call that? Oh my god, it slipped my mind. It's that one thing that every freaking game has. That monthly subscription plan. What is it called? Battle. I only know Battle Fasting now. What the fuck is that called? Battle Pass. Oh, Battle Pass. Sorry. We have a Battle Pass and we have daily missions. It's just not implemented yet. It should be implemented soon. That helps tension rate a lot and direct users to certain actions. Yes, it's only in Discord similarly out right now because we're doing the ghetto version of the Tutorial Pass until the real thing is implemented in the game. Yes, it will also be connected to Marketplace. This feature, we'll put it in the milestone update. When normal ping on North America? I'm just already playing. Can you submit a ticket to tech and name your location, device, election? We'll take a look at that. When star map? I have to ask Lore Master that one. I don't know. I have to see whether I don't even see it in the immediate pipeline. I know it's half done, but there's no UI. And that's what Lore Master told me the last time I asked him. Okay, build the constellation. Can we possibly get max IV 100 and PV, but really low rate 2 instead? There is a possibility, actually. There is a possibility to get IV on 100, albeit it's quite low right now. But it is. It's a chance. It's not like guaranteed rate. Wait. Yeah, that's it. It's a chance. So it's really luck based. Do you have something in mind to burn planets, like an event, something to sweep before and burn it, or sacrifice some to boost one thing like that? There's a feature called not celestial conjunction. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. What's going on? I'm getting old. Brain fog these days. What the hell is that feature that we burn planets called? Chrono merging. Yes, chrono merging. The age of your planets, other than just aging normally or attaching to the stars, actually you can directly consume other planets to increase the age of a planet. This feature will be down the line. But it's not any hurry for the team right now yet. There's really not that many planets out there. There's just 20,000. But yes, we will look to do something about the flaws and everything soon. But hopefully, with the game coming out, I mean, 20,000 planets shouldn't be that hard. Let's focus on acquiring new users and trying to convert people there to get planets. Or maybe we can introduce more unique rewards for unique asset holders. I think that is something that we're focusing on in Dudaria to encourage that. I've also been in talks with Biku. Like, there's always been this idea that a lot of people who hold multiple planets can get more stamina and a bit more rewards because there are people. Well, most users right now hold at least 3 planets because they know the breeding and everything, and they hope to get as much as they can. I agree. I've also talked about this with co-founders, but both co-founders, the other 2 co-founders, are very adamant against this. They rather have more like unique active wallet sorting planets than to further encourage users to do so. And one of them always say wait for the scholar system to be implemented to begin thinking about that. But I guess we just all have to be a bit more patient on this one. The scholar system is right after the boons and before the it's right after the boons. So the scholar system should hopefully help solve some of the problems out there. The team is only one balance, but maximum can get dungeon is under no. The dungeon you can get above 90 IV. Use generator to determine the value each player generates. Over a certain value generated, the player becomes real user. What the heck? Otherwise, they are treated as bot. I think this is better than a rule-based approach. I think the measures of Fanatron is much better than trying to figure out who's real and who's not. A real player doesn't generate a real file in the ecosystem. Sounds plausible. You like to set some values, get us started in that direction. Art. You can work with big sword on this one. As people have been introducing CD5 lately, it's crucial. The CD5, what the heck is CD5? Centralized or centralized decentralized finance. Oh my god, it's the parameter between centralized and I actually agree. I always think centralization is actually one of the usages of blockchain, not just decentralization. Blockchains and contracts actually can be extremely centralized, centralized. It actually does help, especially for games. Actually, I mean, yeah, it kills there's many usages, but one such thing I think that I convinced the German developer to do is to use blockchain to kill speculation, because he hates speculation. Blockchain contracts can do that. But I think it's essential. It can also help protect gamers, like tying in like the loyalty system. I think, like tying in user account level with the number of tokens that could be extracted, traded, or bought, or something like that. It's a good way to protect the economy. The centralized approach is not all that bad. Sometimes, ultimately, blockchain should be an experimental ground for what a good combination is, instead of always saying decentralized all the time. Yes, you can do that too, big boy. All right, moving on. Yes. Small features around the apostles in the VIP shop, hopefully, and to entice users to get. I mean, it's a pretty good gacha system. The gold apostle ticket and apostle tickets in itself. I think the future gacha other than apostles would be cosmetics, but then please, I'll wait for the medium. Let's see. I think what Hart suggested is only usable in the dungeon. So that it helps users understand what a high IV apostle can do, and maybe they can buy one in the market. So it's interesting. That's a pretty good idea. And then also we have that in the okay, I mean, get easier, but I will try to get it. Make a burn system of apostles. Because IV is almost zero with burning system, and to transfer 6 minute experience in others. Those would be nice. I think we have something similar to that right now, don't we? You can actually, the number of the apostles you get. I mean, you can always use it to level up other skills. For your existing apostles, and those you don't want, I think, transfer into some currency. The currency that you talked about, the purified gold and all. I'm gonna look into that a bit more. He said sus. So it's really hard to level up if not spending on any of the apostles. Will always have value. In other case, apostles will tend to be zero if you can level them up just by playing a Nero reset. Sorry, I have to read this again. Don't quite understand what Hatsil is trying to say here. Can you clarify what you mean a bit more? Don't quite follow what you're trying to say. Okay, Karim, I'll take a look. Or we can just ping Big Sword here to see what he finds out. We can make a higher if making. Well, will take some time, but you'll meet one day, Sheru, unless you have the luck of like me or Hin. But even Hin like has this like month or something after 3 years. So there should be other ways. There are some tickets in the leaderboards that actually increase apostle IVs, like by a certain amount. So you should look out for that in the coming leaderboard, or if it's not out already. Like there's an item that you can use that boosts your run's apostle IV rates. I think with that you would be able to see higher IV apostles. Is it harder to get one about 74? So there's a possibility. I'll see the percentages. Okay, but also need to drink some brands. What brands? What do you mean drink some brands? I'm like a grind moment on time. Oh, don't worry, I'll get to all my rooms. If it says the resets every hour, can you confirm it? We can ask overseers to confirm this one with the tag team tomorrow. The bounty system. So, the bounty system is for users like you, Meat Boy, who have no luck with getting high IV apostles. You can customize what IV and what skills, first skill, the first skill and other skills the apostle have, and post a bounty. And other users who like to grind apostles or have the chance to get it, or even target it on the marketplace, can get it for you. It's actually sort of a system in the marketplace if you think about it. You can place because you can place a bid in our marketplace. You can actually set a bounty saying you want this apostle at this IV with this skill, and give it a price. If and when people find it, they can fulfill it, and we'll take the amount of. Currently, there's only APRS, so the APRS for it. Oh, yep, Claire, thanks for answering. Yes, you can set that. Lester is helping me answer some questions. How does forging work on NFT apostles? Forging, if I'm not mistaken, forging is actually, well, if you have NFT apostles. Wait, forging works on that. So the usual play experience is that you play the game, you can get an apostle. These apostles actually will age. I think around a week or two they will die actually, or you can resurrect them. But the real way to make sure that they don't die is by turning them into an NFT, and that's using the Dude Halo and the Dude Wing to mint them into an apostle. Or you can pay Ethereum to mint it, and then you can send it back to a planet. Because once it's minted into an NFT, you can level up its skills. There is a feature to allow you to merge NFTs to level up skills, but it's not in yet. So right now, if you look at a lot of the apostle ticket and their skills, those apostles, if you want to level up their skill, you have to attach forge that apostle back into a planet. It will actually remove their immortal status, so they will start aging again, but you can level up their skills. So yes, if you think about it, it's actually preferable if you level up your strongest apostles all the way to 10, like 3 level 10s before minting that back out. Of course, it will be quite a monumental task, but that is then that is where you save the in and outs, because each time you plug it into a planet, it removes the NFT status. While if you put it back out again, you have to give a mid cost, unless of course you cancel it. If you attach an NFT apostle onto a planet, you can cancel and just return it as an NFT. But all the progress will be lost. In order to turn the progress of that attached apostle, and retain the levels that increase and everything, you have to reforge it back out as a new NFT. I know it's a mind job, but that's the only way that we can use it, like building on-chain data like this. If you still have questions, I think it's better that we type it out instead of me explaining it. Hinman a 99 IV apostle, so Hin's no longer unlucky. Date on Mavis Hub? I thought Mavis Hub is already updated. Is Aperol not 1.0 not available on the Mavis Hub right now? The max IP is 90. I think they oh, okay. Wait, I think it goes up if you go to Godly 3, 4, and 5 or something like that. Unless they haven't unlocked that yet. And there's also items that increases Apostle IV, which probably helps you boost it up to 100, I assume. Overseers, please check. Do I sound tired? If you attach an apostle and a partner, you can level up skills by playing. Merging gives 50 experience, but it would be nice if only gives 20 experience or so, like Ferrilla 2 by playing. Wait. Merging gives 50 experience, but it would be nice if only give 20 experience. Ooh. If you attach an apostle into a planet, you can level up skills by playing. Yes. Merging gives it 50 experience. Yes. But it would be nice if only gives 20. You mean we're giving too much experience right now? And merging also giving more. Oh, so that the NPC will burn more. I think the current system that we have for NFT consumption of planets and apostles has a varying factor. Whereas in the game, like yes, as you said, it gives 50. But if you consume an NFT, there is like a bonus crit chance or something that can 1x, 2x, or 3x it, if I recall correctly. Of course, stick to the final description when the feature's up. But I know there's a crit chance by consuming NFTs instead of just in-game stuff. There's also another burn mechanic that you can actually reserve to boost IV beyond 100. I think it's one of the suggestions. I'm not sure if this will be implemented ultimately, but there is a burn mechanism for apostles down the road. So yeah, but what exactly that feature is, I am just afraid to ask Lawmaster anything these days. Can you check this for more details? Okay, thanks. For personal flavor. Right now, it's an old version. What the heck? Really? Check with no scruples. Maybe Mavis should be. He's not responding to my messages. I already sent him 4 today. Let me ask. Mavis. Maybe the Mavis team is. Let's see, probably. Let me get back to you on that one. I assume Mavis Hub is up to date. Can anyone verify this? Can someone verify Como Master? Let me open up my Mavis Hub. I drank some alcohol a few days ago with CCO of OKX and financer of Matrix Port, and I got really drunk. It's not a good experience. But my alcohol tolerance is dropping. Oh my god! What the heck is my Mavis Hub email? Hope it's discreet. Oh god! So password is wrong. Someone help me confirm. Yeah, for marketing campaigning, we have a series of marketing campaigns beginning September 5th. By pitch. Oh, it is not updated indeed in the Mavis Hub. We're trying to target to update it by Monday. Sorry about this. I thought it should be updated together with Epic Game Store, is what I was told. Please wait till tomorrow, I guess. Come on, Master. I'm not sure if mass recruiting streamers works. Well, not on the Web3 side. The Web2, probably. We actually will work with more Web2 streamers. I've been holding on onto the Web2 streamers. We employed a few, and I told them to begin on either these days, but major campaigns should arrive around September 5th. But yeah. If you've seen what Bob Chin's posts have, probably need a bit more support for these Web2 streamers. Not starting a flame war with other Web2 gamers about legitimacy of NFTs or Web3, but just be a bit more friendly and accommodating, I guess. I guess this is also something that we should do as a community when we hopefully onboard a lot more mainstream users into the game. How we treat these new users and how we talk about the NFT side of things. Maybe a bit scary if everyone's super shilly. Or maybe I have to separate the channels so the NFT and token talkers in another general chat. Not sure if we need to do that. Maybe actually. I've always wanted to start a Twitter and social media and website without the NFT. It scares people away, I think. It's been in the back of my mind for all this time. But to encourage players to play. Players will always, if there's enough player base, the worst you can do is making players don't want to play because paying a lot more. Or you shouldn't have to buy 4 leveling up and then selling them as well, so you longer player base. Let's get more users before further this discussion hits you in heart of the card. I think with the minimum amount of users we have right now, things can look a bit different with more users. So no need to jump too straight to this sort of thing, and especially when we don't even have the capacity to implement such feature in a short amount of time. So, sure. But I understand where the both of you are coming from. Okay, looks like I answered most of the questions for now. Let me take a look. Let's see if I missed anything in general chat, in the conference stage chat. Jiaru, can you share your thought, but maybe in English that we can understand? Oh, that was just that one question that a Chinese user asked. Sorry, I was just reiterating the marketing campaign that we are targeting pre-mobile registration downloads to target Web2 users. Hopefully, they find us on the Epic Game Store and Marketplace and download. When Hong Kong, I too want to know this, but haven't secured the venue. We're still working with the Tokyo people to get the Tokyo Game Show booth set up. You guys will know firsthand when the finals will happen and its location and time. Oh my god, I forgot to send YP his present. Now that you mention it. Holy shit, I promised him a birthday present. Shit. Oh boy, I'm too busy. I'm not closing in on 50. I'm 40. Just turned 40 this year. It's still another 10 years until I'm 50. I don't see much. Bybit's liquidity. Yes. They implemented a new thingy, and I think the trading or volume generation over there is somehow affected. It has to do with. Oh my god, I shouldn't say this out loud because it's their internal thingy, but yeah, Bybit is undergoing. Let's see who's in the audience. Hopefully people I can trust. Yeah, Bybit's undergoing quite a big change since the NotCoin incident. And hopefully it's okay. Our main CX was Bybit. It still would be, but they have a new management structure. If you haven't noticed, they shouldn't have been listing much these days because the entire listing procedure and everything changed. The risk management is actually in charge of the entire Bybit right now, and they are implementing a lot of changes. There's concern about liquidity from some market makers as well, but I don't think that's the case. But we'll see. We'll see what happens over there. There should be more liquidity there. I mean, there's still a lot of bots actually running on Bybit, but I'd probably say that the liquidity on Bybit will increase back up eventually, but during these times, during their managerial shift and new policy implementations will lay a bit more low over there, as with many other better market makers will subsequently begin to do so. But honestly, I shouldn't talk more, and please don't tell others I said this. I don't want to get delisted on Bybit. So yeah, be careful. Should you come to Hong Kong next month? I'll come to Hong Kong, man. I'm flying to Korea next week, like September, and then I'm going to Token in the week of 16th, and then Tokyo right after that. So that's literally only like 1 week I'm in Hong Kong, and that's September 9th week. Suggest you come in early October. It's a really hectic month for me. Probably I need to go out and show up around in these events. Hopefully I get some of my tolerance back as well. October should be okay. Early October should be okay. Just give me the dates, because October also have Bitcoin Thailand, and I'm going to do a booth with GuildFi this year, and also DEF CON is there, so I'll probably do another side event as well over there with GuildFi Century guys. Oh, that's November, Phil. Okay, then October I should be safe and in Hong Kong. But just give me dates so that you can double confirm me if any of you is visiting Hong Kong. Okay. Damon, Frank, I have an advice about PvE. Like, players need to purchase a purchase tickets to enter advanced PvE dungeons. The insurance can be used to increase the rewards or push the price of bounty, attracting more players. The tickets purchased by users can also be reclaimed by the official team. I think right now the job of this is actually Anima, which converts to Animus, to open up the dungeon. Not APRS, if I recall correctly. I'm dumb. Can someone explain in summary? All managers and their scholars, or all player now, will have to fill a form and evidence to prove that they are accurate and not some kind of shit outside. Their senators can only claim via battle fasted. The form is mainly to allow us to transfer those who only have a scholar, like those who got their AGW winnings stuck in with a manager scholar account, to their own marketplace account. It does not have much to do with the battle fasting side. Those who can avoid battle fasting are the ones who actually played more games and a lot of games during AGW. The battle fasting only applies to users who didn't play much games during the AGW season. This form is to allow these users who specifically have their earnings from AGW tied with a scholar account. If you understand what I'm saying. If not, probably need an overseer to help type and explain it to him. 2, in my opinion, constant delay of the overall season PvP AGW tournament combined with multiple balance patch is making them quite exhausted. Any thought to share? Well, honestly, not much thought to share here. It's just the manpower is spread very thin. There's very little people available to handle these rewards, and usually the community team and the programming team work together to distribute these rewards, and ultimately LoreKeeper is the one approving the bans and distributing rewards and everything, but LoreKeeper's capacity is pretty much incapacitated by the entire launch, so a lot of decisions up top is getting delayed there, but I really don't want to add to his pressure. He is extremely stressed all the time these days, and we'll try to do what we can to ease off his tasks, so the delay is sadly inevitable for this, especially with the sheer amount of exploiters. But at the same time, I mean, there's 2 easier solutions. One is I can say, I'll do better next time, which actually is what LoreKeeper hold I can say, but and just let you guys do the beta testing so that we have less workload. Or the other side is I'll just remove the beta testing and just take the loose on this one. But I really don't want to benefit those people because I don't foresee them coming back anyway. Why not make them work for it a little bit more? Yeah, it's a bit on me. Honestly, I will separate those who are honest and played from these people who are dishonest and try to game the system. Yeah, I'd rather do a bit more manual work than to let these guys get away with it. Sorry, it's a principle thing. Right now, there's not much. Most of the use cases in game in the short term coming up are for Anima. APRS will be used more on the web store side. And also there's some new features. APRS is more used in the marketplace actually for main functions and mints and utility over there. Anima is more used in game. That's been the plan over there. The planet skill choice in PvE is too random and bonus. It limits the point of making a decision to purchase planet if we can't grab the skill choice we like most of the time. Maybe 5 the sick random scope in the whole available skill tree based on the planet's point is too much. We can adjust this change if that is indeed true, but the spirit of roguelikes is actually something like this. But I understand what you mean, and I do feel that sometimes as well. I think the team will be doing some balance changes here and there, and there are also constant improvements that will be implemented on the PvE side because the PvE side is the onboarding experience. So we are placing more emphasis on improvements for PvE side. If you guys can help suggest improvements or such as playing other games and think they have a unique system that can benefit Aperon, please let's do what Heart of the Card does and then help us think, like suggest why these systems are good and then how we can implement in Aperon to better the dungeon experience and the roguelike experience. I think is very, very essential. If you guys can help with that. Oh my god, Karen, you're like, well, you're not the first person to say this, but I'm glad someone agree with me. But yeah, I know it's a doozy. I can say that we with for benefit of doubt, with 80% chance that there is not going to be anything remotely like this happening ever again. Like every time we do big rewards, some shit comes up. And if we do big rewards for multi-account acceptable stuff, it's just inviting nightmares. I'm going to make sure I don't make this mistake anymore. But still, yeah, lesson learned. I'll be doing this. Battle testing, probably only do it in certain marketing yearly campaigns where we try to attract attention of maybe web users or do a main event thingy to acquire users by giving them Battlefest. But that is not related to leaderboard at all. Leaderboard rewards, I agree. Like the efforts one spend per season should entail to them to the leaderboard rewards, not vesting them into another stuff that makes no sense at all. I agree. It only makes sense for people who actually try to take advantage of it. Not trying to talk about the general users, man. There are some people who don't really like PvE, and there are some people who absolutely hates PvP as well. It's a bit of both. But supposedly, I mean, a lot of you guys are veterans in PvP, so the PvE will be a bit slow and not as exciting for you guys. The normal experience of Aperon should be experienced in the PvE then PvP order. You can notice we actually try to unlock the PvP arena quite early in the story, actually in chapter 1 already. So they only have to do like 30 minutes to at max, I think 1 hour of gameplay, and the arena is out. But as we all learned, sending users straight to the arena is not a good user experience. They just get their ass kicked. That's why I always tell you guys to be nice to new people. Like literally in the arena. Yeah. Well, tell us a bit more why they went on and not in the AME channel. Tell type what system you think is good and how it can be implemented in Aperon would be great. In the PPV suggestions and discussion channel, Damon. Endless Wander. I don't know. Everything, like I'm from Hong Kong, so everything I see is Wukong, 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 Wukong everywhere I go. I do love Wukong myself as well, though. So yeah, just wish I have time to play more. Hmm. All right, all right. Any AMA questions? Any AMA questions? That's unanswered. Unlocks you need to cast faster. You need to cast so fast that the PvE slowdown time don't even exist. Well, that's the best solution for now, until we add that option to turn it off. If there's not any other questions, I should focus back on other stuff. What have I been busy these days with? There's some new investors coming in. I'm setting up a sort of a convertible bond thingy for them, where I pay a certain annual interest quarterly, with an option for them to convert to APRS if I don't redeem the bond at the end of a year or two. It's a pretty good way to get to work with some of the funds from Web2 side, because they are not sure about the token side of things and want to play it a little safer. Of course, I do have the full intention to redeem the bonds. This money I'm raising these days is mainly for buying back tokens or planners, or also Web2 marketing. Web2 marketing is extremely costly, so we should raise a little more funds to cover other stuff. And also meet some new investors to see if they can give us a little more help in terms of reaching the Web2 markets. And then that I've been pitching in two things in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong incubation cyberport. I think we are in. Just need to fill out some due diligence forms and get past that, and we are in the cyberport incubation this year. And then the next thing is ICT Awards, which I'm pitching on Tuesday. It's a big Hong Kong innovative creatives tech something award that's yearly. The winners get selected by banks and funds for additional help pitching and everything. There's not a lot of money involved in either of the two, but it's a good branding thingy for us to get connected with some of the larger funds and give us a better reputation when we pitch to Web2 funds. I think that's essential, because next round is the Series A, and that's the equity side, where I focus on acquiring more Web2 partners. That's really like where Aperon can target more mainstream. I have a few Series A more important than my token launch because I've always envisioned the Series A to be where the real funding is. I'll do a pre-Series A with some of the stronger investors first to get them in. The goal is to use the pre-Series A funding to complete the remaining development budgets. That includes the God game and everything, and then save a little extra for marketing campaigns. We intend to achieve self-sustainability with the pre-Series A raise. Once that's achieved, we can target Series A with the movie, the miniseries, the Turn Emperor and the real franchise. So this is what I've been doing these days. I've also been tracking the dialogue. I really need to edit the idle dialogues, which haven't been updated. And then I need to update the deck for pre-series A. I need to go out and meet more people these days to pitch Aperon. So I've been trying to meet with more people in the space and in Web 2, connecting with old friends and colleagues from private equity days to learn about the market, which is absolutely shit. And Web 2, Web 3 also, most of the attention is in the main coins, old coins, especially gaming. It's rather sucky unless I'm a Telegram app. But still need to keep talking. Ultimately, our quality and our game does attract like, a lot of good attention, so I have a pretty good vibe of what's to come. But in the meantime, yeah, just need the team to focus on delivering the features, which is what's most important. Is get all the features required for the mobile launched in here and ready. Timing is tight as always, even tighter now, I guess. So yeah, that's been this stuff. Okay, well, finished updating myself. Any questions and other stuff? Well, feel free to DM me or continue asking in the AMA questions channel. Tag me if you want, and I can get them answered. All right. Have a good night, guys. Have a good night, dudes. Thank you for spending your Sunday night or morning with me, and hopefully I'll see you guys. See you guys real soon. Whether in person, if you guys are going to Korea or Token or Tokyo. If not, we'll meet you guys hopefully in game. I haven't played. Alright. Stay frosty, guys. Good night. Hey, where'd the good night thingy go? Alright, I'm leaving this, ending the stage. Have a good one, guys. If there's a recording, anyone, it's time to update that long, unforgotten AMA recording sheet. Alright, thank you.